Okay, we are using the Aero-Equip Healer this morning. I've caught a bunch of the heifers in there. I want to take the bred heifers off. They've been bred. There's 3 more over here. 3 more of them, and they don't need to go be moved to the triticale. They just need to come off and get preg checked.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the 3 Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
Okay, so there's replacements in here, and then the ones that are going to be kicked back out over there. So Nathan's going to let them out. We're going to keep sorting until we get down to what we're going to load on the trailer.
These cows will be moving off of these stalks here pretty soon, and we had these 11 heifers. Well, we only caught 9 of them. We have some replacement heifers running with them, so we wanted to separate them off because they're going to go to a different place than the pairs. We set the Aero-Equip up. We set it up a couple days ago, right where we've been feeding them. You kind of got to get the cows used to it. We were able to catch these, and now I'm going to try to get them out of here before the ground gets any muddier. The ground is frozen, but obviously it's thawing on top, so then it's slimy on top. Tonight's only supposed to get to like 38 degrees, so this was kind of our last chance until next week to get them out of here, but I think it's gonna work. I'm right by the road on hard ground, so it made for a big morning, but hopefully I made it over here in time. We're getting these used to eating in here for when we catch the rest of them later. We won't have to catch them for a while, but it's always kind of handy to have them used to eating in here so you can trap them if you need to. Yeah, be a good leader. Oh, you're gonna be me. All right, I'm glad I put my phone away when I did, because as soon as that one evolved, I knew I was in trouble. These started coming out, but I was able to hold them in. Now I got them in front of that gate. Now this troublemaker is going to be by herself, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get her, but I'm not going to try to film at the same time. All right, I got her. Wasn't too bad once she realized there was no other way.
Here's a 3-year-old. This is her first calf, and now she's raising another calf. That's another heifer calf. So I think this calf is getting 2 cows worth of milk, but it's a pretty stout looking calf. All right, it's steer sorting day. It's a Wednesday. Usually we sort on Tuesdays, but that was the cow sale. Hey, 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 no, hey, hey, hey. Shh, shh, shh. Gotta get on the gate. Come on, steers. All right, here's the back 40 of that pen of 130 some. We're gonna sell 87. Could not get it down to 1 pot load. They were too big. There were some 9 weights in there. And so these ones are gonna be pinned differently, and then they'll be sold with pin 6 when the time comes. And pin 7 will sell tomorrow. Pin 7 for sale tomorrow. Nice set.
All right, I'm in my final stage of the Kemper head work. It's been like a couple weeks, but that's because I just basically get a couple hours every day or something. So I'm putting on these pieces, and I'm not putting them on every single finger, but some of these are getting pretty sharp, and so maybe I'll do more later, but so I'm doing 4 on each one to keep it balanced. There's one of my prettier welds after I got some practice. A lot easier to go downhill. Usually with a stick welder I would go this way pointing up. Well, with the wire welder, once I went downhill and pointing down, I don't know, originally I tried to go uphill. Did not work. I don't know where. See, there's one of my uglier ones I had to grind a lot. So I gotta roll this down in every 3rd one I'm doing. It's kind of slow moving. Makes you realize how much horsepower it takes to make this thing spin so fast. You can see this one's pretty boogered up, so, and that's the one I'm doing it on. Does this qualify as another episode of Welding Junk Together with Nathan? I don't know, I'll leave that up for you guys to decide. If anybody knows the best stuff to reseal these metal tanks, let us know. It's got some good old temporary flex seal in there currently. We have both a tape patch and some of the spray stuff. It seems to be working so far. Keyword, so far. We're done with the poly tank at the other place, so we'll probably start using it again. But we also got some pretty good runoff happening from the snow. I don't know how much it'll add up into the ponds or not.
The purchased cows look a lot better now. They've been brought home, fed some hay, some ration. Have to stand at the sale all day today. They got to lay down and rest. I ordered some tags, tags number 100 through 150 to match some of those other ones. And so we're gonna work them here before they calve, hopefully. Get some matching tags on them. The last group of cows I bought had yellow tags. There was none of them, well, almost none of them had matching yellow numbers to the ones that were in my fall herd. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to reuse a single tag of these. There's some orange ones that have individual readable tags. They're all sorts of different numbers. Some of them are triple digits, some of them are 2 digits. I really am just gonna wanna put some nice orderly tags on them. Some of these cows are from a guy from our church, so I talked to him on the phone about what the cows were like. It was a complete dispersal. He's almost 80 years old. So 12 of these are his cows. The rest are from another consignment. 6 to 8 year olds, and then the ones from the guy at church were 5-year-olds. I'm not sure how much it rained last night, but it's not dry in weather. It's a good thing we're getting these ones emptied out of this pen. It needs a little bit of a drying break. It was full, 130 head. And so we're selling out of it. 2 loads today. They're not full loads, but almost. So I'm starting to compile up, make sure I'm ready for calving. I got the calf tags today from the place across from the sale barn. And then I found this. Came across this down in my dad's shed, and I thought, man, I need to get that up. We're gonna calve the spring cows at my house this year instead of down here at my dad's lot. This is a calf warmer that pops open. The heat comes up from the bottom. Put a calf in there that's born on a wet or a cold day. Helps them warm them up and get used to the world. And you put them back with their mom. Mostly we're doing that spread out mud. We're gonna put more heifers down here to keep that yard from getting muddy up there. Which means that we'll have it at full capacity instead of bringing the cows here. So I have a pen set aside. We'll calve them in up there and then turn them out on some stuff outside of the pens. But anyways, I gotta carry this out to the pickup. So here's my boot dryer I made in 4-H in like maybe junior high, I don't know. These boots got wet. You turn on the switch, the fan runs, blows air out the PVC pipe into the boot, the toe and everything. So I'll put them on there for a couple hours. Got some cattle in. I'm feeding them hay down there because there's another chance of rain tonight. Off he goes. The ground loader. Looks like the new cows have cleaned up their hay. I'll flip this over. Well, they were out of the cinnamon roll.
That's what we wanted.
And that's kind of
I
what.
kind of did that one. Probably be the most popular.
Oh,
We just got done presenting at the Rocky Mountain Ag Conference.
In Monte Vista, Colorado.
Monte Vista, Colorado. Pretty cool event. Their top 2 crops here are potatoes and barley. So we were learning about those. We are going actually to a potato farm right now. Pretty cool story though. It's one of our relatives. So we're gonna check out their
like third
place.
cousins maybe, or maybe second cousins once removed.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly the label, but our grandma or our grandpa had a sister named Helen who grew up where Kendall lives on our homestead farm, and then she married a farmer from out here in the San
Luis Valley.
San Luis Valley.
They told us they were loading out some potatoes this morning, and we saw a bunch at the trade show at this at this conference, we saw a bunch of the potato kind of equipment booths. Anyway, so we're hoping to see some of that in person.
And we were speaking here at this conference. We gave our normal presentation about advocating for agriculture.
And then we did a breakout for the youth as well, more encouraging them, taking the initiative, getting involved in organizations.
FFA and well, it was mainly FFA kids.
Yeah. Okay, you can see the mountains peeking through. Really pretty area.
We're here at our cousin's facility. Pretty windy outside. There's sand blowing. But we're gonna get a little tour.
United. He's a big United guy.
All the time. They got a board. They got a cattle operation, corn, beans.
Running at stellar speed right now. I'm not familiar enough with it to do that. But you can open this up and look inside.
Potato harvester.
Yeah. Over down, and then it just gradually gets rid of the dirt. The lower half empty. So this is where I loaded out this morning. Yeah. This is a tiny hole.
So many potatoes. We are the only people at the Great Sand Dunes National Park.
As we kept getting closer, they just kept getting bigger and bigger.
It's great.
I mean, it's very fine. This feels like the scene of a Star Wars movie.
There's Kendall.
It's a long ways down. These cows want something from me. I just came out to look because our neighbor called and said our bull was laying down off far from the herd. I came to look at them, but they were both up walking around.
Scoop it in. Go for it. Uh-oh. I'm on.
Today's the day, the sun is shining, the wheat is green. The wheat is green. Name the movie. You got it. Finding Nemo. We are going to move the pears to the wheat today. They are all standing here by the fence. They seem to know that something's up. I am going to cut this wire. Well, I'm going to pull it apart at a splice. I already turned it off, so I won't get shocked. Neither will the cattle. Fold it back a little bit, try to walk them across. I'm guessing the calves might cause a little bit of a stink, but the cows are going to go straight for that green and straight to the feed truck. Okay, they've come to the sidekick. We rolled the wire back behind there. We're gonna get them across here. Nathan's late getting here with the feed truck, but they're figuring it out even without the feed truck. He's gonna turn right there and drive up along the pasture. Boys! Boys! Moving the cattle on to wheat. They are pretty happy with that. Well, on to triticale. Off the milestocks on to triticale. Happy cows on the triticale. Get to graze the green. Even in February. Okay, there goes Nathan. They're eating their piles now on the grass. So they just have 1/5 of this 80-acre pasture. And they'll just eat this overnight and their silage from the day. They were extra hungry because we fed them. We had a funeral this morning. So we had to do that this morning. We got to move first thing after lunch.
Got the cows moved across the road.
She got this one all nice and cleaned off already. That one up there, not as cleaned off. So it was born a little later. We're gonna move these to a pen with a shed for overnight. Okay, so I'm done loading, and we're feeding some straw in a mix now to go with this ground hay, kind of to different classes of cattle. Anyway, so our main ingredient, you guys hear me talk about all the time, is silage. Just wanted to give you guys an up close. You can see kernels of corn in it. So there's a kernel of corn, it kind of gets smashed going through the chopper. There's a cob of corn. And then you have all the leaves of the corn all shredded up. There's a husk. Cattle that eat silage, it's not near as concentrated. It's still a very good energy source for cattle, but it's not near as concentrated as like rolled corn, because it's still a forage. But it has very good mix. You know, it has fiber, it has energy, but it keeps their rumen really pumping. So that is over 50% of our growing cattle ration is silage, and most of the weight they'll gain will be from the silage. The hay, the distillers, and the corn, all of that's to balance energy and protein. We are not a finishing yard, so we don't go through that much corn, but we do include a little bit, and it's used at a higher percentage in our starting ration and our grower 1 ration than it is in our grower 2. If you want cattle to get stocky and kind of fat, you feed them this high carbohydrate corn, and when you're keeping cattle lean, you feed them more protein, which is like that distiller supplement, or you have them growing on wheat or something like that. I would say our cattle eat a better diet than most humans, because they get it formulated to an exact percent of what they need at each stage of production. We actually have nutritionists that puts together each ration. These pens are nice and dry. They've got a nice dry mound. We got snow forecasted for this week, so we will see. I don't think we're gonna get as much as last time, but I think they said 2 to 4 inches maybe.
Meat omelet with
Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.